the episode.
Welcome, our listening audience all over the globe for another edition of We Love Rare Grooves. That's right, coming to you live from the studios of Burbank, California, here on the UBNGoNetwork.com Channel 1. Tune in live. I'm your host, C. Mose, as we do every Monday night, bringing you the magic of the music and the music of the magic here where the legends can be found, only on We Love Rare Grooves. And man, that song right there, boy, we was going hard right there. I like that mix you got there, DJ DeVoe.
Hey, this is, we got a very, very talented young lady that I should have brought my wax. I got wax on this woman.
Wax scratching it all.
Wax,
huh?
Yeah.
That's why we brought her in tonight, because it's your birthday. Hey. Give me some of that birthday.
Hey. Man, all I have to say is come into my life. I got so much love to show you.
Oh, that's so special.
Hey.
Stop using it a weak line.
Hey.
It ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, it's been working, I think.
Hey. DJ Red, is something going on today with you, man? We kind of,
I got to go home.
We all, okay. Well, okay, I'm going to leave it alone. DJ Rez, the world video DJ.
Yeah.
What's going on, my good man? Welcome to the Groove Studio.
I got him in trouble last night.
He got me in trouble last
Y'all
night.
was partying.
Somebody was partying, and they saw that they wasn't being real safe, and he said, you better not go in there without a mask. I said, okay.
Thanks for letting, my people.
I'm sorry, sis.
But
I'm
sorry.
good.
I'm good.
Everybody else is good.
I'm good. I'm good.
So that's how it goes.
So you got something special for our guest tonight? You got one of those special videos?
Absolutely.
Oh, man.
It's going to be on. It's fire.
It's going to be on fire.
And the thing is, I had a big crush on her. Boy, they're doing
Ooh.
big. Just call my. Oh yes. Okay.
Okay. We're going to leave that one right
Come
there.
running.
You're right there.
We're going to leave it right there.
Coming running.
And then we have our consultant in the house. The consultant. You got to know your soul. Keep going.
Is that all?
That's your book, Robert.
Robert.
The consultant. That's my giveaway for you to tell us about the book at all times.
I'm not talking about the book. I'm talking about my shirt. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
he got
He
a new hustle.
He got merch. He got merch.
He got merch.
He got
The
merch.
book is last year.
What about the
I
We
just
Love?
want you to
What
know.
happened to the We Love Rare Grooves shirt?
I don't know what happened to that
I
shirt.
thought you were
He
doing
got
that
lost.
shirt. Okay.
Anyway,
He got lost in translation.
Well, let's go back. We got a real star tonight. So
Yes, we
ready,
do.
We're getting ready to do star time at the Burbank, okay? So excited about it.
Okay. And then we can't do it without our beautiful, talented co-host, the one and only, Miss Shantini Irie. Hey.
Yeah, it's coming.
Oh,
Yabba dabba doo.
hey.
Everything good?
Everything is wonderful. Happy birthday to DeVoe.
Happy birthday
man.
to them.
Thank you, baby.
Birthday.
You know,
My
say
man,
You want
my
me to be like,
man.
happy birthday, DeVoe?
I want you to sing it
Happy
like,
birthday, man.
Want me to sing
Thank
what
you.
to him?
like Marilyn Monroe. Happy birthday.
Oh, let me bust my blouse open.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
We need
Happy.
We need the fan coming
I think
from
about
up
how
below.
trifling that was. Now when you think back on it, you're like, dang, that was crazy that she just did that right there. Like she didn't give a shit.
I don't want to be a freak, but I can't help
You know,
myself.
She couldn't help herself, I guess.
So we want to thank our listening audience as we do every Monday night by bringing you the legends here. And we want to also thank our sponsors as we do every Monday night, Beverly Boyd Video Production, the go-to guys for all your video production needs. Serving Spoon.
The spoon.
The spoon, the best Southern cuisine this side of the Mississippi. They're going to have some chitlins for Thanksgiving. And also Sweet Event, the Sweet Life. That's right. They send out this to 100,000 subscribers every week to help us keep the show going, as we've been nominated as one of the top music podcast shows in the country, and we couldn't have done it without them. And we want to welcome a new sponsor. You got that one, Pretty Tony? Lifestyle Imports, Auto Dealership Services, Auto Auction, Wholesale Dealer, vehicle registration, financing, license, and bonded. Give them a call, 323-572-7884. Without
And
further
that's
ado.
Lifestyle Imports, huh?
Yes, sir. Right there on La Brea.
What
Oh,
about
that's
they-
nice.
repos? They
I wish I'd have found out. I wish I'd have knew earlier, man. I would have
look,
went
you
over
better
there.
disconnect that battery around at your grandmama house.
Without further ado here tonight, man, I am so excited and want to welcome a talented, wonderful, beautiful vocalist, entrepreneur, philanthropist, radio host. I mean, she is just incredible. We're gonna get out. I know she used to do some dancing and stuff like that in the past too, but she's over the years has several top 10 hits, a gold album to her credits. Her voice can be heard on various music over the years with some wonderful duets. And today we're going to feature her latest release, Summer Nights in Harlem. So I want to welcome to the Groove Studios one of the hardest working ladies in the industry. Only here tonight, her beautiful and timeless music. We're going to share the one and only Miss Alyson Williams. Welcome to the Groove Studios, my dear. Thank you for staying up with us. How are you this evening?
Yeah.
Greetings, everybody.
How you doing, my dear?
I'm good.
I
You know,
guess
sometimes I'm really happy about all of this incredible technology that we have, and then sometimes I'm watching the screen and it freezes you when you look like this.
because you want what? Like, which side is my
I'm
best
trying to make it
angle?
hard. I look like a goon. You know, it really it can I mean it can goon you out any moment. But I'm glad to be here with you.
Thank you.
I know that we are on different coasts,
Yes.
so I'm glad that we were able to make the connection.
Well, I'm glad you were able
What
to
you
make
got-
the
you got
connection
8
so much.
o'clock going over there. Y'all got 8 o'clock. This is prime time for
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
prime
Yeah,
time.
it's prime time.
Well, it's 11 o'clock.
All
and,
right.
the bewitching hour is about to come.
I know.
To come.
Hey, I got a couple of your fans that said hello. I don't know if they're gonna. I tried to get them to hang, stay up this late. Auntie Audrey Smoltz.
Auntie Audrey.
Yes,
that would
and
be Audrey
Gail.
Small.
That's
And Auntie
that.
Gail.
They are family friends of mine
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
my wife.
Mine too.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
Yours
they are
too. Yeah.
family
Yeah.
friends of mine and leave great and have great legacy for us all to follow. Hi, Auntie Gail, and hi, Auntie Audrey. Thank you so much.
So they're listening, and then I had my man Skip from Pittsburgh. You remember Skip? Long
Skip.
time, right? Remember when you was in Pittsburgh years ago? You did a couple of shows. I was that guy behind producing and promoting the show. He's on. He said that's my girl. You got to have her on. So
What's up, Skip?
all
What
right.
you doing?
So tonight, if you're not familiar with the show, we just want to take your fans, our audience, on a musical journey. So we're gonna go with the music tonight. We're gonna share with them the musical journey that we were able to find, and if we miss something, please tell us. We'll pull it out. So
We're gonna make it
we're gonna
do what it do. I love the fact that you love Rare Grooves.
Yes.
And I'm Rare Grooves right here.
Yes,
yeah.
you are, my dear, and beautiful music over the years. So tonight we're gonna get it started off as we do every Monday night. Our co-host Shantini here has a very important question for you tonight.
Okay.
Did you come out of the womb singing?
But if you listen to what my mama used to tell people, and I say this in all my interviews, I say, how did you get started? And my mother would tell this to anybody who would listen, and it didn't matter who you were. She'd say, well, she came out, she just swam her way out, and the doctor hit her on her bottom, and that was her first note.
That's a good one.
And by the time my mother would say that to someone, they'd be so engaged and so enveloped that she would cast a spell on them and continue to talk to them for however many hours it was. And if I got in a good word or if I got to be interviewed, oh, well, yeah, maybe so. But that was her gift, and she could just draw you in and tell you exactly how it started. And in her mind, it was that first hit on the booty box, and that was my first note.
Now, was your mother musically inclined as well? Your parents?
My mother had
And your dad.
had been trained in dance, theater, and dance and music, but she gave up her career to raise her daughters, and she, back in the day, especially for African American women, there were a lot of different ways you could go, but oddly enough, the lighter skinned women could go on and dance at the Savoy or the Cotton Club. The brown skinned women, paper bag brown as they would say, they would there was a lot of modeling jobs, hat models, hand models, so on and so forth. So my mother did a lot of the modeling jobs, but she was also a chaperone, and what is the word I'm looking for? She was a chaperone and I won't say stylist, I just can't think of the word right now, but she worked side by side with Diane Carroll.
Oh, okay.
She was a coach for Diane Carroll, so she chaperoned her to all the places that they wanted her to come and be this beautiful black woman, and someone had to tell you how to walk, how to talk, how to sit, how to stand.
Charm and etiquette,
charm and etiquette. And she was specifically, they gave different, when you came to the affiliate place, when you came there, they would put you with different people, and Diane Carroll was put with my mom. So when I think of what Diane Carroll was able to achieve, I know that it is based in and partially a part of the platform that my mother set as a standard, and so I learned from two of the best.
There you go. That's right.
Now, in the early days, what was the first instrument that you picked up? Because, instruments was very important, and instruments, as we said, no longer in schools. So what was one of the early instruments that you learned?
Well, my father was a trumpet player.
Yes.
And
Bobby Lee Booker, right?
Bobby Booker big band.
Yep.
And he played trumpet. So the trumpet was one of the first instruments. Piano was the one that we settled on. Although I don't play fluently, I have my my beginnings there. And it's so sad. And I say this, maybe as we look at our children and we look at ourselves as parents now. Now, my mother and father, they did not live together. So I lived between my mother and father, which was fine. But for some reason, and I can say it openly and be candid and share it with you, because she brought it to me at one time during my adult years. I'm so sorry. And I said, well, what do you mean I'm so sorry, Mommy? She said, I said something to your father years ago, and I think if I had not said that, you would be not a different person or a different singer, but a different musician in your in what you do. And for some reason, sometimes parents get mad at each other, and mothers say things and fathers say things, and sometimes the children are in the middle. And apparently at one time my mother said to my father, she's a girl, she don't need no trumpet up in her mouth. Or she don't need, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a feminine thing.
Right.
But she wasn't saying it out of not believing that females couldn't be trumpet players. She was saying it out of, I'm pissed at at Bobby today.
Yeah.
And because he did not want to hear that anymore, because sometimes that female voice can become very, he decided, you know what, I'm not even going to fight it. I'll figure out something else that makes it work. And so then we switched over to piano. But what she realized, and what I now realize, that if she had not said that, if she had just let him go ahead and teach her to play the trumpet, I would be a different musician than I am now. I don't regret anything, but perhaps my skill set would be a different thing had that not been hindered. But that was grown people doing what grown people do when kids are not even, we didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't have anything to do with it. That was them having that day, that moment, but it had an effect. It had an effect. So we have to be careful what we pour into the lives of our children. We have to be
Absolutely.
careful how we interject ourselves as adults
Yeah.
into childhoods
Yeah.
that don't need to be affected by our adulthood.
Right. Now, who were some of your musical influences, public musical influences that when you were coming up?
Well, I guess Fitzgerald was is still my father had 21 pieces strong. He had a lot of great musicians in his circle that not only were part of the band, but extensions of the band. So I had a chance to know who Earl Father Hines was. I know who Dickie Wells was. I know who Max the Sax was. I know who Clark Terry was, and Dizzy Gillespie. And I spent summer picnics with Louis Armstrong. And I met Miles Davis face to face, and he was scary, and I left.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do tonight is we usually go back into the early, but I want you to tonight to share your latest release. Talk about now after many decades of putting together great music. Tonight we want to talk about the latest release, and then we're gonna go out and come all the way back again from where it started. But let's talk about the latest stuff.
I love that. The music that I've released now, the project Summer Nights in Harlem, which is the single and will be the title of the completed CD, came to me through a mutual friend named Mike Lynch. He is an incredible stage manager, and I've crisscrossed the country doing major stage plays across the country. And he has a cousin named Maurice Lynch. And Maurice came to me and said, my cousin has told me that if I want to find someone to sing jazz, I must find Alyson Williams. And he had these songs that he was wanting to produce into a stage play. And I said, I'd love to do your stage play. I think it's wonderful, but I'm listening to this music, and I've been trying to find my way back to my root. I'm a jazz singer that got signed to a rap label and was given an R&B contract. I need to get back to my root. And so this music, when I listened to it, even in its infantile stages, I said, I know what I need to do. So we decided to become co-producers, and I was able to call in some incredible personnel that also legitimized the music, which already had the wherewithal to stand on its own. So I'm proud to say that there's a Christian Sands and a Christian McBride and a Ulysses Owens. There's a Ron Blake. There's a Ray Chu. There's a Solomon Hicks. There's a
Wow. Those are some names right there.
a Greg Steed, a Ty Stevens, a Dawn Tolman. These great musicians and singers and vocalists, these great musicians came and said, what do you need? How can we help? We want to be a part. And I knew that I wanted to put together a project that played homage to the music that I was raised on. And now, ironically, this is the time when we need it most, when we need a feel-good music.
Right.
That can speak to your soul, that can let you just sit back and inhale and exhale and maybe forget for a minute about all of the turmoil that we're going through and all of the mourning and all of that. Not that we should forget, but we should. Music is a healer, it's a medicine. Music is a balm, and it's been
So right now,
African American.
did it come back in?
Go ahead, yeah.
It's back in. Hey, Alyson. So right now, let's introduce, and since it's our show, we're gonna say it's the world release of "Tell 'Em the Songs," the world premiere release tonight of Alyson Williams. What's the name of?
Summer Nights in Harlem.
All right, and we'll be right back. Give us a call, 323-524-2599. Streaming live on ubngo.com, Channel 1, Facebook, Periscope, YouTube, and Twitter live with the one and only Miss Alyson Williams. Check this out.
Summer nights in Harlem make my heart remember you. Although the crowd has changed, the streets are still the same. My heart remembers when that special time and place we promised to be true. It was on that night I fell in love with you. Summer nights in Harlem make my heart remember you. Summer nights in Harlem, just the thought of you. When you said you loved me and promised to be true, time has gone by. Oh, but just the thought of you. Summer nights in Harlem make my heart remember you. Although the crowd has changed, the streets are still the same. My heart remembers when that special time and place we promised to be true. It was on that night I fell in love with you. Summer nights in Harlem make my heart remember you. And on autumn nights, when summer is through, I'll hold my heart and just think of you. Summer nights in Harlem make my heart remember you. I don't wanna let you go. There's something about you, girl. I just gotta let you know.
Yeah, come here a minute. Yeah, I want to talk to you. It's something I've been needing to talk to you about for a long, long time. I think the time is right. I want to put a little bug in your ear. You sit right down. I looked into your eyes. Then suddenly my life was changed forevermore. Because I now have you. And I want it to last until there is no more. Ooh. My love is so raw. Got to be treated special. My love is so raw. So raw. You should know you can't just play with my heart. Girls like me got to be treated special.
Welcome back to the Groove Studios. This is your life, Alyson Williams. How are you, my dear?
It's not fair. It's
Yeah.
not fair.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
You did this.
Yeah.
No, that's your fault. Y'all went and dug deep down underneath the crate and what have you. That's not fair.
Hey, did you
know,
like?
You know what the beautiful thing is that I own all the music. I love, I own that part of my life. But the parts of, you have to know what it's like to be 20, 21 years old and realizing your dream and in the studio singing and working with people and knowing that, wow, this is going to be on the radio and all my friends and all my family are going to hear it. And maybe one day, I'll walk across the stage and they'll recognize me for it. Those are the thoughts that you think when you're 20 and 21 years old and you pull all of those things out.
Right.
Solo works, ensemble and group works. I call them sight unseen works. Please Don't Break My Heart. Nobody knew that was Alyson Williams. It was another name. It was a studio name. I was the voice of that music, but not the visual of that music. So, all the different things that you do that help that represent stepping stones to the goal of where you might have or might still be trying to go to. And I implore all of the young artists that are up and coming to understand that this is how you put the work in. This is how you pay your dues. And when you play it back to me, it's just I get full, and in a good way, because I know I did all of that.
That's
And
right.
it was so good. And I had such great memories. It's good. Thank you.
Well, someone called in because they're watching with us and they're having a trip down memory lane with all of your fantastic contributions. And so we have a caller on the line. Thank you for calling We Love Rare
Well, let's get him
Grooves.
on the line.
Who do we have on the line? Hello, caller.
Pretty Tony, welcome to We Love Rare Grooves. Who we
It
got?
must be somebody I owe them money. You're not coming.
Caller, thank you for calling We Love Rare Grooves. Who do we have on the line?
All right.
Audrey Small.
Audrey.
Hi, Auntie Audrey.
It is Auntie Audrey.
Hi, Auntie.
Hi,
Yes,
sweetie
it
pie.
is. Hi,
And I'm
baby.
so happy to
How
be
are
with you and Cliff.
You could call me what you want to call
And
me,
the
Audrey.
voice, you have the voice. You have so much talent, Alyson. And I'm so glad you're getting the accolades now, and people are getting to know who you are and your voice and your personality and your strength and your energy, because you are so incredible. I have known you, I don't remember how long I've known you, but you're my niece, you're my sweetie pie, and how can I help you in any way? We love you. Gail and I love you, and we love you too, Cliff.
You know what you want to call me. You can go ahead and call me that. That's it.
Junebug.
Yeah. It's all good.
All right, Juba.
Thank you so much for you and
Let me just say this. I thank you, Auntie Audrey, and I thank you, Aunt Gail. And I get of all of this great opportunity to be able to release music into the universe in the middle of a pandemic, in the middle of social unrest, in the middle of political warfare. It's just a blessing to be able to be a creative and to be busy and to be to do what you do, because there's so many of us out right now that our industry is shut down. Whether you sing or dance or play an instrument, or whether you're an on-air personality, or whether you have a show, without an artist, people who do a show have no reason to do a show, and without an audience, people who sing and make music have no reason to show up. And so we are all, suffering. But to be able to be here and to hear someone who has known me since the very early years of my career. I met Audrey Small through Benny Ashburn, who discovered and managed the Commodores. And so,
oh my gosh, what good memories.
Yeah, and I can remember we had great nightclubs in New York, one particular, Sweetwater's. And when I would have my opportunity to be featured at Sweetwater, which was a big to-do, Audrey Smalls would show up, and there she would be with the great Lionel Hampton. And I always wondered, why would these incredible people who were already doing what they did, Lionel Hampton is a great jazz musician, I knew he was my dad's friend, but to come and see me, Audrey Smalls, move, just pushing forward in Black American fashion and laying down all of those seeds and all of that. It always amazed me that they came to see me perform. I didn't realize that they saw something in me, and they poured positivity in me, and they poured greatness into me just by showing up.
That's right.
And to see now, X amount of years later, I'm going to be 50. I'm 59 now. I'll be 60 next year. I'm celebrating the 30th year of Just Call My Name. 5 years. I'm celebrating being on air as a on air personality, and I still have these people that have been just holding on and pushing me up, like just pushing me up the hill this whole time. It's so incredible. It's so incredible.
Wow.
And I implore, like I said, I implore young artists that are coming up to find these, to recognize, not find, but to recognize these people who will mentor you and people who will speak positivity into your world, into whatever it is that you choose to do, whether it's music or whatever it is. But it's so important to have it because it's what makes you, it's part of that thing that makes you get up every day and say, I can keep going. I can make it happen. I can make it happen. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
And you made it
And
happen.
Audrey-
You're making it happen.
And I'm
Allison, you are a
continuing,
talent.
So thank you so much, Audrey, for staying up. I know that was very special for you to do this for C-Mo's in the group.
Oh, honey, my pleasure.
And Audrey, would you please tell Gail that Robert A. said hello?
Oh, I will, Robert A. Indeed, I will. Oh, she always talks about Robert A. Baby Robert A. Lord,
Yeah,
have
tell her I'm sending some on-air love.
Audrey.
Yeah, let her know I'm sending some on-air love
Okay,
to Gail.
Allison, Robert A., June Bug. This is fabulous. I'm loving talking to you guys.
All right,
Thank
we're going
you
to
so
stay on
much.
and listen because we got some more good music. You got the what?
Very good.
Tell Auntie Gail I'm holding the mic for her. She got the mic.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Gail wants the mic. Lord, honey, Gail wants to be a backup singer so bad.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
calling.
much for calling in.
I got her. As she always
My
said,
pleasure.
Andre would give you the
Bye-bye.
mic. Who am I not to give you the
Right,
mic?
Andre
I got
would
the mic
always
for
give
you.
Gail the mic.
And thank you so much. And we're going to be right back. Allison, we're just going to take a moment here, give a little love to Beverly Boys Production, and we'll be right back to share some more stories and music for the one and only, the lovely Miss Alyson Williams.
Hey.
Oh, this is so good.
My name's Dave Patterson. I'm a Seattle area videographer. I've been working with Beverly Boy Productions for over 2 years, and I can say they are great to work with. They've always provided me with the information I need so that when I show up on set, I can shoot exactly what's necessary to tell the story the client is trying to tell. Call sheets that include the who, what, why, where, when of the video shoot, production notes, gear requirements, crew requirements, load-in time, all that. Makes my job a lot easier, and ultimately it produces the results that the client's going to be happy with. This is what a professional company like Beverly Boy Productions does, and also it's one of the reasons why I really enjoy working with them. It's a bit of a family vibe. They're very low-key, low-pressure, but they're very professional at the same time, and they get the results, and that's ultimately what matters most. I'm proud to be a shooter for Beverly Boy Productions, and if you're looking for a company to produce your next video production, by all means, give them a call. They can handle any sort of scale project, from a single-person interview to a large production with multiple cameras and large crews. You won't be disappointed with the results. Give them a call.
Welcome back to the Groove Studios. Beverly Boys Video Productions, the go-to guys for all your video production needs from LA, New York, Florida, London, and back. They'll take care of you. Give them a call, 1-800-385-1243. Tell Kel Beverly we Luvv Rare Grooves sent you, and you get a 80% discount.
Now, Miss Williams, what part of New York are you from, and what school did you go to? What area did you grow up in?
I'm not playing with y'all no more. I'm not playing with y'all. Cry, get all weepy. It's bad enough I had to come on with a baseball cap. I had a bad hair day. So right, I ain't got but a teaspoonful of hair, so it's okay. I'm just saying, you only have to come
You're still beautiful as ever when I first seen you there.
that and play all that good music, you know.
We
I
ain't-
heard
we
stuff
just
that I
getting
didn't
started.
even Remember, I did.
We just getting started. Right, we played Feeling Lucky when you were with High Fashion and Melissa Morgan, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
I forgot now.
worked it
What
all
was the
out.
gentleman's name that
But
was at the group?
It wasn't just the Feeling Lucky lately. It was the B-sides and stuff that you played.
Right.
Show
I,
me.
you know, I hear it and I know that's my voice. I recognize my voice, but wow, did you forget that you did those songs, and then you're taken immediately back to that day in the studio, directly behind the mic. It's amazing.
Where did you record that
You need a
at?
seatbelt for this ride.
Yes.
Where did you
We
record that?
recorded most of our. New York City. We recorded most of our stuff between Media Sound. There was a studio, a big landmark studio called on 57th Street. We did most of our vocals in Media Sound, some in Green Street studios. But to answer your question, I'm born and raised in Harlem, uptown, New York City, USA.
Harlem,
Okay.
USA, yeah.
Okay, Harlem.
And I went to school. I attended, my grade school was at All Saints Parochial School on 129th Street, 130th Street and Madison Avenue. Then I went on to Sacred Heart of Mary, Mother Butler High School in the Bronx. And then I went to Marymount Manhattan College, and then to City College, where I can say, I'm proud to say I am back as an alumnus on the air with WHCR 90.3 FM, the voice of Harlem, broadcasting live from the campus of City College when we're able to post-pandemic.
She went to the Catholic school like them girls you was chasing, Clifton.
That's right. That's why I chased them when I was
Yeah, I
in
was a
concert.
Catholic school girl. Don't believe nothing they told you about Catholic school girls.
Hey,
said
I
he
know
know
we used to call
personally,
them. We used to call them the holy.
What you call?
You know, the holy.
Blank, blank, blank.
Yeah, blank, blank.
So,
I'm
Allison,
not getting it. I think you need to expand.
Oh.
What is the holy?
Yeah, they made us. Yeah.
Holy.
Holy.
holy love, holy loving, holy loving.
You know exactly what we're
Angel
saying.
darling.
Holy
They got a
loving.
song out there, you know. They got a
Nothing-
song out there that's saying that same thing.
Nothing like the short shorts under the short
Okay.
skirts. Hey, we're gonna go
Somebody
into.
gonna have to DM and give me the lowdown. Listen, I know they said a lot of things about the quote unquote Catholic school girls and so on and so forth. But,
All girls schools, yes.
I can only own up to what I know. It's so funny. I basically came up being a geek or a nerd.
I
in
understand.
terms of, what I was and how I rolled. There was a lot tougher girls, a
Right.
lot more a lot of girls that had a lot more knowledge, in various
classy, man.
areas.
Exactly. Exactly.
I was really
So we're gonna go into another musical selection, and then we're gonna come back and talk about the New York music scene as being, like you said, a jazz singer, that voice, and then get on to like a Def Jam label to be the first lady of Def Jam, how that carried on, and
Tell it.
we're gonna come back and tell. So let's go back into the Groove Vaults team and bring out some more of this beautiful music of the journey. Miss Alyson
I can't wait. You do the damn
Williams.
thing, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Give us a call, 323-524-2599, streaming on ubngo.com, channel 1. That's right, your number one podcast show network in the world. That's right, and we're the number one podcast show.
And we ride it. We riding that.
So check this out, Alyson.
like your food. If you want her, you So you think my heart's made of stone, and when you're near me, there's no reaction. You are wrong. From the tip of my toes, my love for you steadily grows on and on. And each day that you're not here, I'm soaking wet with my own tears. Not on the outside, but inside strong. I love you, I love you, I love you, my baby. Without you, I can't go on. You know I need you, I need you, I need you. You make my heart strong. I still get this feeling like the first day of spring. Every time I'm near you, I feel the joy you bring. How could one man mean so much to me? You hold my heart in your hands, you've got the key. Where could I go without you by my side? I like the feeling in your arms when you squeeze and hold me tight. I love you, baby, and I know we're meant to be. Let's make it last forever, baby, just you and me. Don't you try and tell me that it's doing me wrong, no way. Always one in a million, baby. Holding back the years, thinking of the fear I've had so long. When somebody hears, listen to the fear that's gone. Strangled by the wishes of Peyton, hoping for the arms of Maiden. Get to meet her sooner or later. Holding back the years.
Holding back the years. Man, make me want to sing, Alyson.
No,
but you
no,
know I
no,
can't
no,
sing.
no, please.
Welcome back to the Groove Studios with Alyson Williams here on We Love Rare Grooves. How you feeling, my dear?
Ooh, do I feel good?
That's
You
what
all
music
went
does.
back in the crates.
We digging in
I'm
them
just trying to
crates.
tell you, and listen, I was trying to remember things to say to you, but you played too much good music and I forgot.
It'll come back. It'll come back. Take a note down, and this is what we do. We do this because people forget and how talented you
and
are.
you do it really well, and I thank you on behalf of so many artists like myself, as well as your listeners and your supporters, that you put the music in perspective, and it's really appreciated. It brings back so many memories, and through those memories you are able to manifest positive vibes right here and now that allow you to continue to go forward, and you should be proud of what you do with your broadcast. I am, and I'm thankful that you came to the table to help me promote my new project, and that you support all the work that I've done over the years. I thank you. I really do.
And you're part of our alumni now, so please help us celebrate you about telling us what you're doing, not only now but in the future. But I wanted to know. Talk to us a little bit about producers who work with you during the time, over the extended career. Just some special moments.
Well, I mean, it's funny. When I was as one of the cornerstone bricklayers of Def Jam, I can remember having a conversation, and we all used to bring in all of our music on a cassette tape. And if I don't know what a cassette is, just Google. And we would record our music, and we'd bring it in. And I remember, coming from my background, the songs that I was writing, and I hand my cassette to Russell. He listens, and he says, Alyson, don't you worry about material. We'll find material for you. And oddly enough, and this is a learning situation as well, to hear him say that in my young mind, him saying, don't worry, we'll find material for you, sounded only like the words, your music is not good enough. What you're writing, and it wasn't that it wasn't good enough, it was just probably just too orchestrated, or too a different musicality for what they had as a vision for their first lady of Def Jam, which was urban with a sense of class and style, which was street and hard tracks with a legitimate vocal on top. But okay, that's how you break it down. But at the end of the day, when you look at an artist and say, don't worry, don't worry about writing music for yourself, don't worry about bringing me cassettes, I will find music for you. What it said to me was, what we need, or you're not good enough. What that did, and I'm not blaming anyone, I own it. What that did was it caused me to shut down my writing trajectory, but I put everything I knew into stage performance and how to be a consummate entertainer, which probably didn't hurt, but what I wish he had known to say, and I truly believe that he just didn't, was don't stop writing. Perhaps we'll get your songs to someone else. Like if your songs are too Baccarat and too, whatever they weren't urban enough, we can get them to someone who's more of a pop artist, who's being groomed to be more pop, or who's being groomed to be more something other than what you are right now. But don't stop writing. They didn't know to say that.
Right, they didn't know, because think about it, they were just coming out of hip hop, and they just starting, and they really didn't know anything about true music, right? There was more of the hip hop. They didn't know about what.
What do you think that you learned?
Sweetie, we didn't have hip hop in our vernacular.
Right.
We didn't know hip hop.
Yeah.
We
Right.
knew rap.
Right.
We didn't even have hip hop in our vernacular. So,
You're absolutely, right.
Although it sounds like a sad story, what it really is you learn what you know. When you do better, when you know better, you do better.
Right.
Or as Dr. Angela would always say, when you give, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and plus hip hop is more of a culture, whereas rap is just genre. Hip hop is kind of a whole
exactly.
culture.
Rap was the music and the foundation,
right?
But hip hop was the culture. So I'm happy that I was given the opportunity to be a part of what birthed a culture. When you go back and you look at all the original groundbreaking rap music that Curtis Blow put out, like Basketball and If I Rule the World and Fat Boys and all that, that's all my work.
Yep. Yes, it
Those
is.
are all my vocals.
Yes, it is.
Those are my co-arranger and my contracting of the singers in the studio to make sure that they had really good professional singers
Right.
doing all of that. You know what I mean? And I'm proud to say that I led that.
Now, what was it like as an artist yourself to see all of your work being credited to other artists? Because, I mean, if we're honest, yeah, you know, they don't give the background singers and the vocal production the same amount of credit that the artists themselves get. So you as a creator, how did that
Absolutely
feel?
Well, I mean, if you ask anybody born in past the 80s or whatever, you'll say, if I were to go and say Lauryn Hill.
Wow.
But you have to understand, somebody laid a foundation for me
Right.
that probably did not get the recognition, and I laid the foundation for those who follow.
Right.
But I'm glad that I'm still here to smell my roses, and that I have people and places like you and your platform to get the word out there, and that I'm able to still own up to my street creds. I'm glad that God has kept me in such a way that I'm still able to perform. I still have my gift. I still have my throat. I still have those things. So when you say, "What did you do? What did you?" I can
Yeah.
spill it right back to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I can still bring those things to the live stage. I can still be a beacon of light and be an inspiration to those who are trying to come up or have their come up in this industry called show business or the music industry. So I don't feel bad. I'm glad that, quote unquote, our unions have looked out for us so that even if we don't have publishing, if we didn't write anything or whatever,
Right.
we get performance royalties and things like that. So those things exist. But what's most important, I think, in my mind, is not so much. I have to make sure the business is in place for the past, but to be able to be in the now and keep on going forward.
Now,
The
as a
future
woman in
is what's
hip hop,
which is so much important.
now you are a woman in hip hop, which tends to be more of a misogynistic culture. How did you adjust to that as, you know, being the first woman of Def Jam and coming up in the era where, like we said, hip hop wasn't really a thing and it was still new, but it was very different from the previous baby boomers era of men showing love, and then it became, you know, more of a misogynistic thing. How did you adapt to that as a woman?
Well, it was certainly a male-dominated era, and I found that I had to fight really hard. But you have to understand, I was fighting to be. I wanted to be. How can I put it? I knew that my thing was R&B, to be a singer, and to try to get back to my jazz root. So, incredible era of rap music, and my label mates to have LL Cool J, to have Houdini and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, to have Public Enemy, to have did I say LL? All of these incredible artists that have had and continue to have their 15 minutes. To know that they not only were my label mates, but they acknowledged great and small. They were as happy to know that they had a female singer of my caliber in their camp as I was to be in the camp of all that was shifting an era, shifting culture. So we were family. I brought to the table what I knew from theater and dance and the performing arts to those who had been immersed in what was going on the corner and down in the hood. So when you put those things together and you come up with an incredible gumbo that everybody can eat from, and
what a great recipe there. Great.
It's everybody's. Yeah, it's a wonderful recipe, and I was glad to be a main ingredient within it. And that's so. I think that my fights were more, or my battles were more. How can I convince you that I'm not just a singer, but I can, for instance, be a road manager for my cohort or for my label mate, Orange Juice Jones. Why do I want to do that? Because you all been out on the road, doing rap, with your cousin Pookie, and your uncle so-and-so, being your road
Right.
manager and your tech director, and all of them are on probation. And I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just saying, this is not, you know,
They all on probation.
Right. We have to be able to look
Right.
at how we go forward, and they will always this is a passing fancy, or this is just going to fade, but it didn't.
Right.
It didn't. Like I said,
It became timeless.
The plates began to shift, and it birthed.
So what, as it birthed, what we're going to do now? Because it went in and out. We're going to step away for serving spoon, and we're going to come right back because it's coming in and out, and we're going to clear it up a little bit, Alyson. So we'll be right back with you. We're here on the Universal Broadcast Network, Channel 1, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitter Live. We'll be right back with the wonderful, talented, and the beautiful voice, and we're going to share some more music of Miss Alyson Williams. We are loving you tonight being on the show, my dear. Pretty Tony, take me away because I'm getting a little hungry. We get ready, serving spoon, the best Southern cuisine this side of the Mississippi.
Urban eatery.
Food is great. We pride ourselves on our service. We really stress that with our employees, that when you come here, that you're actually better for your coming. And if you give us 1% of your trust, we'll earn the other 99. And by the way, there ain't no better breakfast.
Welcome back to We Love Rare Grooves. I'm your host, C. Mose. We have DJ DeVoe. Happy birthday, DJ DeVoe.
Hey.
DJ Red's in the house, video DJ, the consultant, Robert A. Shantani, Irie, and myself, C. Mose, are just enjoying the stories and the music of the one and only Miss Alyson Williams. Hey, we can ready to do something else for you. We got some special things for you tonight. Right now, we're going to go with some of the duets to take you back. Am I right, DJ Reds?
Oh, yeah.
DJ DeVoe. So check these out, and we're going to come back.
That's right. Get that good ear. That good ear now.
That good ear. Check
good
these
ear.
out.
The good ear. There you
Listening
go.
audience all over the globe, from Miami to New York to London to Africa, Los Angeles, even over there in Compton.
Yeah.
Over in Compton. That's
Over in
right.
Compton.
Yeah.
I ain't in
Northern
Compton.
Africa.
Northern We out. Check this out. Remember this? Chuck Stanley.
The Wizard.
Cause you're down home, old fashioned love, sure our lives to money. We put our trust in friends. The lives that we are leading are bound to end. Then one day he takes us in his hands. We're born again, and only he can understand. He stands right on in. Oh, yes, he does. The Lord, he steps right on. Steps right on in.
If I had to pick the thing that I love about you more than anything, that would be an endless task. I couldn't count them on both hands.
Now I'm gonna say it, though I know it sounds cliche. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. So many things that I could name, but let me start by saying, maybe it's the way you make me scream out your name. Maybe it's the face you make when we do our thing. You got a sexy way of doing things that make me lose my mind. I can show you how to love again. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I thought that I would never fall in love again, and then you came along. Darling, you are my sunny skies. I can see the sparkle in your eyes. Don't you try to hide, 'cause I'm the one for you. And I forevermore. I'm thinking of you, my love, endlessly. Want to hold you near, wish that you were here for eternity. By your side, it's where I want to be. You and I, the kind of blood that you have shown, I've never known or realized in my life. I don't wanna lose you.
the kind of love that you have shown, I've never known or realized in my life. I don't wanna lose you.
I can't stop thinking of you. I can't get you off my mind. I need your loving tonight.
I can't stop thinking of the game, you know what I mean? Can't get the game out my mind. I gotta get out the game tonight though, you know what I'm saying? In this day and time. This is real, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, I did my little dirt. Word, so my little work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I grew up like the regular thug. Sold drugs, wasn't proud about it. That's just what I gotta do. I caught the Jordans and the felines too. Yeah, I love the Bo Jacksons, the orange and blue. Used to snatch the lead catches. Now we're
Back in the days we used to hit pick and ab. Knapsack strapped on my back 'cause everything got grabbed in sight. When I got good, I put up a fight. Then I took flight. All you seen was a streak of light. Ghost, you couldn't catch me if you wanted to. I'm broke. It's time to catch a wreck. Where's my crew? Hit up the mall, then fill up the bag with ease. Pump shit on the block and make at least 2 G's. Sometimes I even hit the pocket. I got knocked 1 time, 2 times. Shit, they couldn't stop it. I had to make my loot. I had to make my dough. So I took my load and guess, then bumped the rest on the Ave. It's all about the green and niggas who make mad green. Know what I mean? So if you in the house and you know what it's about, getting paid, come on, let me hear you shout.
I can't hold back any longer. I can't prolong my feelings for you anymore. You know, all of a sudden I feel this certain need to express myself to you. You see, before I felt kind of funny to say these kind of things. I mean, man, I'll be honest, that is. But now, well, let's just say I'm not ashamed.
Oh yeah.
We back in the Groove Studios because we do nothing but groove when we got Alyson Williams in the house.
Right on, baby. Right
on.
Miss Alyson Williams, I want to know one thing. Did you ever have a label mate named Sean McLemore? Big Mac? Was he on the label when you was on there?
Now, this is what I'll tell you. As you bring that back to my memory, I'm not sure if Sean was on the label, or Sean was on the label when I was on the label. But Sean and I did a number of plays on the circuit.
Okay.
Where he played my brother, a love interest of my daughter who was Cheryl Pepsi Riley. But Sean Lamar and I have an incredible history back, that goes way back.
Oh,
But
yeah.
You have to understand, a lot of people came to that jam. Anybody who was in this would have been after I left.
Okay.
Anybody who was anybody in hip hop, quote unquote rap, came through, even if they were just there for 5 minutes. Will Smith, all of those people, blew up the big. People don't realize. And then, we also had our R&B division.
Right.
So when you first started out with We're Gonna Make It, I want you to understand Chuck Stanley was certainly one of my label mates, but the vocal on We're Gonna Make It is none other than the lead singer for Blue Magic. That is Ted the Wizard.
Right.
Gill.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
what we
that's the
started
man.
off with. Ted, we started off with Ted.
On We're Gonna Make It.
Okay. Right.
Absolutely. And then you all just went on and you highlighted Chuck Stanley, and I thank you. And you highlighted Orange Juice Jones, and I thank you. You highlighted Tony Terry. You highlighted so many incredible people that I can say.
How about the Japanese guy? We can't say his. Can you say the Japanese guy?
Oh, Toshi Kabuto. Hey, look, you got extra points. That's extra credit work. Toshi, now imagine this, the biggest artist in Japan. He has a column in the newspaper. He has a comic strip in his honor. They don't have New Year's without him. He was, was there, Dick Clark. Anything that happens, it's Toshi Kabuto. Toshi is signed to Sony. Toshi comes to the States and they want him to record, and he wanted to do a duet, and they gave him a list of maybe 50 names of various female artists. And Toshi gave them the list and said, I don't need to have this piece of paper. I'm looking for the vocalist they call Alyson Williams.
Bam. Period.
Bam.
Period.
Period.
I don't need this list of singers, but and as that thing that the Japanese are, do you know what I'm saying? It's really where it really is about love and not trying to no shade. You know what I'm saying? We're really trying to be, have all of that and be on our tip top toes. And he just said, listen, no disrespect. I don't need this list of singers. I need to find me the one they call Alyson Williams.
And they found it. And that's a great
Period.
That's a great song, Forever Yours.
That is an incredible thing for someone to come that far, and have the support of such an incredible label, and then to look up. And I was on the label. I mean, I don't know if he even knew that at the time, but I knew he was looking for me. And I was to be found. And
He knew what he wanted.
we ended up.
Alyson, we're going to have some fun right now. We're going to do something in 60 seconds with Shantini. Have a little fun here now. We want you to answer these roundabout questions.
Tell me how it works.
She's going to ask you some questions, and you got to answer them in 60 seconds.
Go ahead, Shanti.
I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna ask you a series of random questions you have to answer in 60 seconds or less. Do not let Clifton distract you, because he will try.
Yes, I will.
What was your first job?
My mother's daughter.
Okay.
Name a lover gave you.
Honey, sweet cakes.
Brick house.
Oh, mighty.
Your favorite song to perform.
My Funny Valentine.
Greatest piece of advice.
Never be afraid to ask for what you want. Just be prepared to pay for what you get. Dr. Maya Angelou.
Ooh. I was born in 1984. What were you doing then?
I was smoking weed. I think we were when we came to piss.
1984. Okay, where was I? I was probably getting ready to join. I was just coming out of high fashion and about to go onto the label Profile to have a 12-inch single called Yes We Can, and we were waiting to make sure we could open the doors of Def Jam. So I was living my dream.
Quite the memory. If you could record or produce an album for a celebrity that is deceased, who would that be?
Maybe a Donny Hathaway or Luther Vandross.
If you hadn't made a career in music, what would you have done instead?
Slit my wrist.
Oh my God. If you could live again as an animal, which one would it be?
I'd be a cat. I'd be the same animal right now. I'm a cat. Yeah.
Which superpower would you want? Invisibility, flying, or reading minds?
Flying.
Dream artist to work with that is alive.
Can I give you two?
Yeah. Sure, why
Time's
not?
winding down.
Show.
Old school, new school. Old school, new school, alive. Gregory Porter, Tony Bennett.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, good. That's it.
Tony didn't pick you up for one of those duets, huh?
Oh, right.
To do it before the book closes. Put it out in the world. It's got to happen. Don't you think that should happen? Don't you think it could just?
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got to
Love
get
it.
that done. And I would never, and just to go back, and I'm going to retrieve on one of those, I would never slit my wrist. I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't done singing, but it probably
You'd have been a
would've
dancer.
Marion or-
You would have been a dancer.
Or a trumpet,
An actress.
or a trumpet
actress.
player.
Well, no, I could have done anything in the arts, of course, singing, dancing, acting. That's what I was trained for. But when she said, "What would you have done if you couldn't have done music?"
Yeah.
To me, that's like saying if you couldn't have sung or danced or
Exactly. That is what it meant.
Or sing or dance. Or
Right.
So anything outside of that, probably veterinarian, probably a judge, or something working with people
There you go.
or animals.
So-
One or the other.
so-
I was being facetious when I say slit my wrist because that's not a funny thing. There's some people that did.
All right, and
So
we
I
let
don't
you
want to
we let
say
you
that.
clear that up, my beautiful Alyson Williams. So now we have to go into our Dusty of the Week, and then we got something else special for you because this is all about you tonight. So, but we have to go into.
When people come on your show, they got to bring a lunch.
Yes.
It's almost over. We're in the final
What you say, a
stretch.
lunch, right?
I don't want it to ever be over. I want us to wake up tomorrow and go, "Good morning, world."
I'm still on We Love Rare Grooves.
I love it that you are so chock full of content and have really done your homework and can evoke so many memories, not just for me, the artist, but for the listeners. I think it's incredible. You all get a gold star and an A+ and so much love from me. I really mean that.
Well, our Dusty of the Week, we sharing this one because of your dad and his influence of being a trumpeter, and we pick out a song that goes back maybe.
Man, that was a heck of a call.
Go about 4 or 5. I know she could. Who was that? The Dusty of the Week? I thought that was.
I was like,
We thought that was you. I'm sorry.
Somebody gotta get a
That's the Dusty of the Week. The Dusty of the Week is brought to you by
So
Sweet
we call
Life
it a
SoCal.
dusty because you have to do what you said we've been doing all day, which is getting the crates
Go
and blow the dust off. We have artificial coughing because we don't want the audience to think that we have the COVID.
So, the Sweet Life
can tell with
SoCal
my mask.
magazine that brings you colorful stories, colorful people and places is concierge magazine. So, socially, culturally engaged Southern Californians to serve, inspire, inform them. So, coming up this month, they have their social injustice magazine that is out online right now. Go to Sweet Life SoCal or sweetlifesocal.com. Sarah Harris is the editor, and we've been in there before. And before we get into our Dusty of the Week song, we want to welcome our latest sponsor, which is Lifestyle Imports Auto Dealer Services. And you have a little message you'd like to share with us,
Yes,
Shanti.
Lifestyle
Give me a little
Imports
music.
is your auction access car dealership. Will get you into your dream ride for less. Lifestyle Imports is a one-stop automotive services center. Come in for your California tags, plates, titles, and transfers. Don't wait in long lines at the DMV to register your vehicle. There are no lines and no appointments necessary at Lifestyle Imports. They are located right on La Brea Avenue in the city Inglewood, California. You can call them at 323 Inglewood. You can call them at 323-572-7884. 323-572-7884. Contact them on Facebook and the Twitter. Also visit their website at lifestyleimports310.com. Lifestyle Imports Automotive Services, lifestyled your way.
That's right. Give them a call. Courtney and the gang will take care of you there. So now our Dusty of the Week that we will be sharing today is from the 1952, I believe, and it's our great friends over there, Duke Ellington, Clark Terry, and this is the Harlem Air Shaft. Come on now.
Duke was fine.
Wasn't he,
Up
though?
until he was out of here, he was fine.
This is our Dusty of the Week, Alyson. We're going to play it for you, dear. We went Harlem Air shit. Come on. you like that air shaft there?
I thought they were going to go
and now
flying home.
we're getting ready to go into a special video treat for the beautiful Alyson Williams. This is when I was chasing you around when you came to Pittsburgh to do some concerts. I was the promoter. I was like, come here,
Still
girl.
a stalker.
Come here, girl. I brought you to town. Come here, girl. Let's do this special video for you, my dear Alyson Williams, here on We Love Rare Grooves. Give us a call, 323-524-2599. Streaming live on ubngo.com, Channel 1, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, and YouTube. The team here, thank you for a wonderful job as we're doing here for This Is Your Life, Miss Alyson Williams. Pretty Tony, take me away.
Just call my name.
Never had a love that you could call on when you were in trouble. Ever had a love who comes to you on the double. There's no need to look no further. I'm waiting for you. Just call my name and I'll come running. My love is so raw. Got to be treated special. My love is so raw. So raw. You should know you can't just play with my heart. Girls like me got to be treated special. Fancy cars and diamond rings are just not enough. Oh no. If you think that I'm being sassy, you'll find out that my love is demanding. All I need is you to give me all of your heart. Oh yeah. With love you'll find like vintage wine, even better than the girl next door. If you want me, then you will see that there's something you should know. My love so raw. My love is so raw. I still get this feeling like the first day of spring. Every time I'm near you, I feel the joy you bring. How could one man mean so much to me? You hold my heart in your hands. You've got the key. Where could I go without you by my side? I like the feeling in your arms when you squeeze and hold me tight. I love you, baby, and I know what we're meant to be. Let's make it last forever, baby, just you and me. Don't you try and tell me that he's doing me wrong, no way. Always one in a million, baby. You can't have my man. You can't have my man. Oh no, sorry, baby, it's not in the plan. I'm thinking of you, my love, endlessly. Want to hold you near. I wish that you were here for eternity. By your side is where I long to be. You and I.
The kind of love that you have shown, I've never known or realized in my life. I don't wanna lose you. The passion of your love burns like a fire, fueling that desire within my heart. Yeah, yeah, the sweetness of your touch takes me that much higher. I pray that we may never be apart.
Wanna make you mine tonight. Sharing
Oh my God. Here y'all come up with this one.
people know the time is right. Wanna make you mine tonight.
I've been waiting oh so long for someone just like you to come along.
My heart goes better when you walk by. This must be love. With you I feel so alive. When you hold me, I feel so free. Never love has swept me off my feet.
Wanna make you
I keep holding on, yeah. I keep holding on, ever so tight. Keep holding on, holding back the years. Chance for me to escape from all I've known, holding back the tears. Oh, 'cause nothing here has grown. I wasted all my years. Yeah, yeah. I've wasted so many tears. Nothing had the chance to be good, 'cause nothing ever could. But I keep holding on. Yeah, yeah. Holding on ever so tight. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Only me, and I will love only you. Now you come running back to me, cold-busted, disgusted, little boy, you can't be Sweet talk, you've been talking in your sleep. Sweet talk, you've been talking in your sleep. Come. Hey, hey, yeah. You just don't know. Don't know. You don't know what you done wrong and told on yourself, baby. when I'm down and feeling blue. I close my eyes and picture you. On those days when I feel blue, I just need the romance of you. I don't need jewels on velvet or pearls from the sea, a mansion in Newport, or a yacht anchored in the Keys. But on those days when no gift will do, I just need the romance.
I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna drop the mic right there.
I'm about to go add this
I'm gonna drop
to
the
my
mic
playlist right
there.
now.
We are back.
When
and
is
we
the
love-
album coming out?
We
Is it
love
out
Rare
yet?
Grooves.
Ooh, when is the album coming out, Alyson? Talk to us. Tell us.
We got to finish it up. We got 8 more songs we need to add. We're trying to put that plan together right now. You know, we had some different plans pre-COVID, but everything changes, so we got to now re-strategize. But there's definitely an album, and
Can we
I'm
do the
excited
world
about it.
when the album finished? Can we do the world premiere
Yeah,
release on the
absolutely.
show?
We definitely need a video.
Huh?
Hey, listen, I bet if I try to stop you, I'd have a problem.
Exactly.
We hooked, baby. We
I love
hooked.
this your jazz sound. It's very
Clean.
old standard, and that refrain that you
thought
went
I was
into, it
listening to
could have
Nancy
gone
Wilson.
into Someone to Watch Over Me. It could have gone into, it has that sort of sound to it, lover man feel to it.
And that's what we wanted to create, and I want to give you big old props for knowing that was a refrain and it could have went anywhere. Thank you, my sister.
Yeah.
Somebody's been listening, but that's the music I was raised on, and so I wanted to pay homage to the Great American Songbook and beyond. And so I mean, even though we will have some varying jazz offerings, it will certainly be traditional and straight ahead. And I've got some great people. And I was just having a conversation with a dear friend, Nat Adderley Jr. We're working on a couple of projects together. And I asked him today, I said, listen, when we get ready to finish this project, how many songs you want to do? And he said, well, I don't know, and we went into it. I said, how about if I got 8 songs, you do 4, and we'll figure out the rest as we go. And just the fact that I have, I've been blessed to be, embraced and loved on by musicians of his caliber, and that they want to work with me, and I get a chance to really collaborate with people who have set a standard and laid down a foundation. You have no idea what that means, and especially when we can all look together as creatives in this crazy stranger than fiction time that we're living in, and have hope for being able to put out some music down the line.
Well, I must say,
whenever it comes together,
as a musician and as a music student for many years, I do appreciate your approach and your risk taking in releasing jazz music that during this time, because it's never been popular. Jazz music is kind of like beer for some people. It has to be acquired taste. I don't know why, because it really is the foundation of so much music. But for you to release this type of music during this climate where music is kind of more, bippity boppity, and for you to release this kind of, it really speaks to your musicianship. So,
but with all that in mind,
I believe in it. And I believe in the people that believe in me. And I believe that right now we need music. Yes, we have to recognize that all lives matter and Black lives matter, and we have to recognize that we're in social injustice in times of governmental unrest and things like that. But we need a moment to exhale, and we need a moment to inhale. We need a moment to let the music wash over us as the medicine that it is, and give us strength for the next day. That's what music does. If you take away the music, you're going to see a really, really you'll see a difference in what we are as a nation and as a world. But if we keep the music and let some of it speak into love, speak into sweet, speak into camaraderie, speak into those things. It doesn't have to be politically charged or anything like that, but let it speak into something that just allows you to live in that moment, and it's positive and it's sweet, and all is right with the world. And when that song ends, you go back and turn on TV and take in the news.
What the world needs, what the world needs now.
And Nancy,
you gave it to us. That's
it's
man.
love, sweet love, and that's what you gave back to me tonight. It was just incredible, the amount of music and the amount of research and the amount of love and the people that you, not just me, but people who have been on this journey and have taken this journey with me. They were all there, and that means a lot. It means a lot. I thank you so much.
Well, no, couldn't do it without you, and we just want to share it with the world as we do all of our artists that comes on to the We Love Rare Grooves studios. So at this time, from the team, DJ DeVoe, happy birthday again.
Thank you, brother.
DJ Reg.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday, DeVoe. Happy birthday to you.
I'm on my way to Harlem.
And then we got the consultant, Shantini, and myself and Pretty Tony. We want to give you the We Love Rare Grooves Award.
Hey.
Did you?
Hey.
Okay. All right. I guess, did you get it? You didn't get it. You didn't get this at home?
She like.
No, I sent it. We sent you this statue of a microphone award we give to all of our guests that come on the show, because you can be anywhere else in the world and doing anything. To take the time to be on our show, we think we try to appreciate. So you didn't get it yet from?
You know what it is? I just haven't gotten it yet, because I'm actually traveling as we speak right now. So I just haven't gotten it. It'll be there when I get home.
Okay, excellent then. Well, it will be there when you get home, and hang on with us. We're getting ready to close out the show, but I need to ask you a few questions after we close out the show, if you don't mind, just to hang on 1 minute. So in closing here.
Are you kidding me?
What? I know you.
I know. I feel it. Yeah.
We only got 1 minute.
I don't wipe all my makeup off. I look a wreck.
That's just you and me talking after this. We want to thank you so much. And you being a radio host yourself, how did we do?
You were 150% fabulous.
Well, thank you so much. We couldn't have did it without your beautiful music. So as we do on We Love Rare Grooves, we celebrate the legends. And we want you to come back when this new song come out. We want to do the world premiere. Even if we're not, we're going to say it's the world premiere release. And so we want to thank you so much tonight. We want to thank our listening audience all over the globe for continuing to support us. Let us know who you'd like to hear from on the show. We do our research. We go out and we try to find you the legends only here on We Love Rare Grooves.
Follow us on Instagram, We Groove Entertainment, Twitter, We Love Rare Grooves, our Facebook, YouTube Live. All of our shows in their entirety on audio will be available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And all of our shows in their video entirety will be on our YouTube channel. So please.
And how we keep up with you? What are all your social media handles? Alyson Williams.
I am Alyson Williams Music on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. I'm Alyson Williams. But and you keep your eyes out for me. We're celebrating so much, and you're gonna have that world premiere as you requested. I'm celebrating my 5th year anniversary on air as an on-air personality with WHCR 90.3 FM, the voice of Harlem. I'm celebrating 30 years of Just Call My Name. And I'm celebrating being inducted into the Soul Music Hall of Fame 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
And I look forward to so many more celebrations with you all. I thank you so much. I want your listeners west and east and around the world and around the globe to please keep an eye out. I'll be doing an incredible Phyllis Hyman tribute with my dear friend Nat Adderley Jr. And that's going to be on November 23rd.
Well,
we're going to be on the National Arts Club platform, so keep your eyes open for it.
Make sure you send it.
So many good things in the midst of the crazy.
Right, because that's next month. Is that next Monday? That's next Monday, the 23rd, right?
Yes, it is.
Make sure that you send that to me. We'll talk right after this, and I'll make sure we get that out. As we do here on We Love Rare Grooves. Again, we want to thank our listening audience all over the globe for continuing to support us. Who we had on tonight, Colleen down in Florida, or I wasn't supposed to say where she's at. All our good friends, Andre, I know.
We got our sister Cam. We got Cam on.
Yes.
Jackie's on.
See, Cameron, he has his mask on.
My Sans Fast in Washington, D.C.
Abu
was on. My Sans Phi Beta Sigma supporting. So as we do, Greg Sneed, thank you so much. All our listening audience. So as we do only on We Love Rare Grooves. We'll see you next Monday night with another great show. Man, y'all some killer out there tonight.
Don't go nowhere.
All right.